Hi, thank you for clicking on the video. I've made it because you're a really busy person and I wanted to save you time. My name's Andrew and I'm Chief Executive of Action Your Potential, a company we set up just about 18 months ago. We're now working in 70 schools across the southeast and I'd love for you to join our neuroscience revolution. Working as a senior leader in secondary schools in East Sussex for the last 15 years, I've been responsible for trying to close the gap, special educational needs, behaviour, and also writing the timetable. So I'm very experienced in senior leadership in school. I'm also a brain nerd and actually passionate, as you are, about the ability of education to close the gap and unleash potential for everyone in a school community. If last summer's Education Institute policy report of 2019 is to be believed, it might take us, at the current rate, 560 years as a nation of schools to close the attainment gap between vulnerable learners and the rest of the school population. As an ex-free school meal child myself and the first in my family to go to university, I'm absolutely passionate about the ability of education to transform lives and close the gap. So how can we help you at Action Your Potential as a school to connect your community, your parents, your students and your teachers in new and innovative ways? What we know from international research is that metacognitive strategies have a huge impact on progress and learning. What we've done at Action Your Potential is taken lots of neuroscience research around learning, lots of psychology and cognitive science in relation to learning, and everything we know about excellent pedagogy and put it into a package of information that's accessible to parents and students and teachers in a way that draws it together under 10 key ideas about how the brain works. If you join our Be a Neuro Ninja school program, what you'll get is your teachers will get 10 hours of CPD exploring those 10 key ideas about brains and how to get the most out of them. Your parents and students will get the same through seminars and webinars in the evening exploring those same key 10 ideas about the brain, and also all students will have access through PSHE materials, assembly and materials for teachers and mentors to use with students to help them understand those 10 key ideas about how the brain works. There's also access for your whole community to a very detailed website written specially for them. Lots of pictures, lots of videos diving deeper into the brain science. For every bit of brain science we explore, we explain how that then can work day to day, the habits, the strategies that we all need to apply to get the best out of our amazing brains. Basically, over the course of the year, every member of your community will be told the story of the brain. It's exciting, it's inspirational, it's engaging, it's incredible. Once we learn about the incredible bit of biological kit at the top of our necks, 86 billion neurons, every individual neuron capable of 10,000 possible connections. That's trillions of possible connections across the brain. We can unleash everyone's potential inside this common framework. So, what are the chapters in that story? We look at well-being as a skill. Who knew that well-being is a skill? We'll teach everyone about how to get the best out of their brain by applying 12 basic habits and activities every single day. We'll teach them about how to manage the more negative aspects of living in a human brain, negative emotions, anxiety, cognitive distortions, all of which have a massive impact on cognitive bandwidth and executive function. We'll teach them about the prefrontal cortex and how to build the skills of motivation. Yes, who knew motivation was a skill as well? And crucially, and most importantly of all, we'll teach everyone in your community about learning, how to plan amazing lessons that are supported by all the research evidence in relation to pedagogy, neuroscience and psychology, but equally also in our Be a Study Neuro Ninja program, we'll teach students how to take ownership for their learning and practice self-directed study every day. And alongside this, we'll obviously be teaching parents that as well. So teachers get 10 hours of training distributed across the year in a way that fits with your community. That can be done by seminar, webinar, little clips. Parents and students get access to seminars and webinars in the evening, and then there's obviously assemblies. I'll be in your school delivering this material, and I'll also be doing it via the web, via webinars, in a way that is a bespoke package for your school. Interested? Our mission is to help everyone in your community become a Neuro Ninja, to be able to live inside their amazing brain with the cognitive and emotional agility to get the best out of it every single day. This is the manual none of us were ever given about how to get the most out of our amazing brain. And my belief is, if we can make the amazing work that you do connected under the key ideas about how the brain works, we can create a community of learned individuals, highly connected around the idea of supporting the whole brain of the whole child for the whole day. Children just spend 15% of their life in school, 85% of their lives outside school. That is why we're not closing the gap, because we're not connecting everyone around a deep understanding of how to get the most out of our amazing brain. You can probably tell I'm enormously passionate about this stuff. It is life-changing, it is amazing, and I'd love to bring it to your school. Do think about joining the neuroscience revolution. It is not simply a series of learning experiences, it is a completely new way of understanding us, our learning, and how to action our potential every day. Thank you so much for listening.